Okay, so do you want to jump into the questions, or do you have anything else that you want to say?
Well, so we can jump into the questions. I didn't know if for your review or part of it, I was actually going to maybe draw some comparison and contrast between your course and the SEC Plus course. I don't
Yeah.
know if that is something that you would like to maybe venture into, but if you want to just do questions, happy to just provide those answers for you as
No,
well.
if you want to say something, you say it. I'm not going to stop you.
Okay. Okay. So I did have an idea to compare and contrast because, as you know, SEC Plus is widely considered a foundational knowledge certificate that is accepted by most universities, most employers, most large companies. SEC Plus is widely considered to be a valuable foundational knowledge certificate. On the other hand, your course is just gaining speed. It is just gaining popularity. It's not widely accepted yet. However, when you draw the comparison and contrast values respectively, I believe that your course has more to offer. I believe that anyone who has truly been successful with only a SEC Plus, the value lies more in their network. So they had a foundational network that when they were able to obtain the SEC Plus, that then vetted and verified their accomplishments. Whereas with your course, you are the network. You are a wonderful human being who is out here actively trying to help people versus trying to push foundational knowledge that may not be applicable in other scenarios. So I did a little bit of a just compare and contrast as far as pricing. Your policy course, huge value. I've spent more on textbooks that I'll never pick up a day in my life. The SEC Plus is a very expensive course to take, and you truly don't get any supporting resources with that, even if you purchase the package that they allow and that they recommend. The resources within very much are up to the individual student to pursue and to extrapolate necessary and pertinent information. And it's a bit like drinking from the proverbial water hose, the fire hydrant, as many people in security tend to say. Whereas your course is digestible, it's value packed. It comes with a network of people who are genuinely vested in the individual's success. And in a time and age where the world, especially the internet, is filled with inauthenticity, and it's ever prevalent in society, and it's especially prevalent on the internet. The thing that I enjoyed about PolicyWizard course was the authenticity of the curator, was the fact that with the policy course, you have a network of individuals who are genuinely vested in the individual student's success. And that's a very rare thing to find nowadays. It's very rare to find someone who's wholly invested in each and every one of their individual students. And when you consider the long-term value of a certification like SEC Plus, Net Plus, A Plus, the value does not correlate based on the certificate. The value found is in the network connections that you make and the outreach that you do all on your own. And you will not find a network of people who are truly, genuinely vested in your success with any other course that I've had exposure to. So I hope that that was well enough that you can snip that out and edit any of my terrible, terrible ramblings and stumblings.
That was not terrible. That was amazing. I'm really chuffed and really happy. You can see the smile on my face.
Good, good, good. You just worked hard for this, and you've done an amazing job.
Thank you. This has been probably 2.5 years in the making. So I did the first version. I was happy with it when I put it out, but
Sure.
not happy, really happy with it. So the content was great and people loved it and stuff, but it was nowhere near in depth enough, and it didn't give people enough practical stuff that they could do in practice.
Yes.
And that's what I wanted to do. I had the idea of doing a practical GRC course a while ago, and I made a big thing about I was going to do it. And in building this course, I decided that I should combine the two, do the policy stuff and the practical GRC stuff in one course, because all of the practical GRC stuff that I was wanting to teach, it's stuff that I do every day as a policy writer. And without that information and that knowledge and experience, you're not going to be as good a policy writer as you could potentially need to be. Yeah. And I felt that the two harmonized really well, and it should be done together. And that's why I've done this course. It's no longer a foundational policy course. It's an intermediate GRC course that is with a focus on information security policy writing. So that's why I've done it that way, and I think it's a real benefit to the course, and hopefully to the people that take it.
Yes, sir. I couldn't agree with you more.